Well, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is match day here in the Super Soccer League. Beautiful day in Windsor Mill, Maryland. Milford Mill is going to be the venue for Baltimore City FC Bowleys Athletic here in a Maryland Super League semifinal. Winner of this match will continue to the finals next Sunday to take on the winner of Steel Pulse and Frederick Kings, and of course, the winner of the Maryland side contest will continue on to play the winner of Yins United and Los Toros from the Virginia bracket. I'm Noah Walker with DMV Sports Media. Really appreciative that you have devoted your time here on this World Cup Sunday to watching these two fine teams compete for elimination success. This is a match that one team must win. If we are level after regulation, we will go to a penalty shootout. Of course, a lot of time left before we get to that stage. In order to get to this match, both teams had to finish top two of their respective conferences. Baltimore City winning their conference, or rather division, I should say, division of their respective division within the Maryland side conference. Bowleys, of course, they were the second seed in their division, right behind Steel Pulse. And Frederick Kings were second behind Baltimore City. We have match kickoff after the anthem and the walkout in just a moment. Make sure to share this link with any friends who may find this match intriguing. We're here live on DMV Sports Media on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Every single like will boost us in the algorithm and gives these players and teams the exposure that they deserve. Get your predictions in the chat, players to watch out for, any friendly banter. Of course, no hate speech of any type will be tolerated. If we see it, you'll be blocked and reported. But again, that friendly banter is welcome and encouraged. So get those predictions in. We're going to take a moment to prepare ourselves for the walkout, for the anthem, and we'll be right back with match kickoff here from Milford Mill. We'll now rise and honor the national anthem, the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Well, the anthem is played and the pre-match rituals are finished. It's all time to match kickoff here in this Super League semifinals match. These are two sides that have familiarity. Last year it was a Baltimore City Bowleys semi that saw Bowleys knocked out of the competition. City going on to face Steel Pulse in the Maryland side finals. Finals that they did lose, but by the narrowest of margins, no doubt. City is refreshed and ready to go at the Cup final with renewed vigor, and they'll have to get through Bowleys once again. This Bowleys side, of course, has been a side that has seen a lot of success, both here in the Super League, as well in the UPSL DMV North. Baltimore City also field a second team in the regional APSL, where they have likewise found success. But today it's all about Super Soccer League semifinals, and only one team will progress. Baltimore City will play right to left on your screen, wearing their yellow tops, black bottoms. Bowleys Athletic will play left to right, wearing their blue tops. We'll get through the starting lineups for each respective side, going left to right. Bowleys Athletic will utilize TM Kui, Justin Harrell, Nathan Kreider, Kian O'Hara, Camden Jones, Ethan Sivasen, Michael Carter, Cesar Aon Fuentes, Sam Adams, Mayowa Taiwo, Joseph Pelokin, Noah Piedela, Abuyami Sanusi, Giovanni Castoglia, Costa Gloria. We're going to have to come back to that one. JP Groves, Reese Therick, and then the coach today will be Noah Long. For Baltimore City, it's going to be Alams, Cole, DaCosta, Hawkins, Diaz, Itong, Erscom, Johnson, Kolesnik. In goal will be the captain, Lucas Mueller, Moyomba, Oliver Pinsky, and Proemski. Shine, Washington, Winchilla, and Wicks Roush will round out this lineup today. Center official today will be Gary Gutierrez, a match that is in good hands. Always nice to have a more than capable officiating crew for a match worthy of fair custodians. Bowleys will start off on the ball. Looks like the man to take the kick is Taiwo. And we are underway. Bowleys will look to knock this one around and get some touches and comfortability to work into this match. Immediately they're under pressure. Therick will have to go back to his number one, and Bowleys to this point have withstood the pressure well. This is a deflected ball out to the feet of the wide man. It's immediately back into the Bowleys corner, but undaunted, they'll utilize their goalkeeper to get out of trouble. There's no Austin Hyde today, who's been a regular fixture of this Bowleys side, but in his place will be Joseph Piloquin, and goalkeeper that certainly has earned the respect of this Bowleys side, enough to see him starting here in the semifinal with no Austin Hyde in the roster. That's a big nod of confidence from the team. We'll see how he handles the test. This is well kept alive. Derek will again go back to Piloquin, and Bowleys have dominated the very early stages of possession, but very deep within their own third. This is sent down the line in the direction of Taiwo. Second ball popped up over the top. This will ask the question of City, and it's really well dealt with initially, but only a partial clearance. Final ball didn't find any recipients. It was Carter with the hold-up play. And now City will get their first real opportunity to establish possession. It's an opportunity that didn't last too long. Now Taiwo dispossessed. Counterattack likewise sniffed out before it could even start. And Bowleys will just recycle this one right back home to their number one. It's a vertical ball down the line. Second ball falls kindly, and it is going to be an offside going against Ayan Fuentes. Service from Nathan Kreider was maybe just a little bit later than Fuentes wanted it. Good back line, good positioning. And it will be a set piece coming out of City territory. Johnson will take the honors, and he'll send it short in order to draw in some pressure. Pressure comes immediately. That was Kreider and Fuentes unable to hang on. And there is going to be a set piece coming out, giving City a bit of breathing room. Biatilla was the guilty party. Beautiful day for footy here in Milford Mill. We'll hold that thought because City have an early ball across. Great makeup speed from this back line. It was mopped up by Glolia. And again, Glolia will find the diagonal pass out. He's been an important part of this back line thus far. City's best chance, probably the best chance overall of the match thus far. Here come Bowleys on the counter. Physical challenge, but deemed to be a fair challenge. And we are going to have a throw on the far side for City. Believe that was Washington. Hard to see from this side of the pitch, but good challenge from Baltimore City, and now they will leverage their attacking players. They've got acres of space to run into on this near side. Allum's not able to find any recipients, and here comes the counter. Ooh, nervy moment. Good communication between center back and goalkeeper, and now Bowleys able to swing this one around. This is Taiwo, dispossessed initially, but able to hang on. It's a big ball over the top. Flag has come up. Good intervention, though, from Lucas Mueller, who was Johnny off the spot with the intervention outside his own 18. And there will be a set piece now for the benefit of City. Welcome to all those who have tuned in here on DMV Sports Media for this Super League Maryland semifinal. Feel free to make your presence known. Let us know your thoughts on the match. What does each team need to do to be successful? Players we should be watching out for, and of course, score predictions, always fun. I haven't quite set up the DMV Sports Media gambling site yet, but it's in the works. This is sent into the midfield. And both sides, really patient approach. They haven't gambled. This is certainly one that we'd imagine will be offside, and it's well mopped up. In any case, flag had gone. This was one where the player went very early. He tried to recycle his run, but did not really get back. That was Alex Shine, the player, looking to receive it. And now Bowleys will take over. Well mopped up in the back. And again, really well played by Giovanni Costagliola. I swear, by the end of this game, I'm going to get that name right. Costagliola. If you're a family member in the chat, feel free to rate my performance as we go on. If there's improvement, if we're getting worse. This is City down the line. And another offside. We'll see Bowleys back on the ball. Welcome, Andrew Necci. Tuned in all the way from Italy. Good to see Andrew. It's been a minute since I've seen you on one of the games. You're, of course, usually one of our regular supporters. This is good possession from City, really well held, but the pressure is on from Bowleys, and that's well turned upfield. Oliver able to wiggle his way out of trouble with the help of Griscombe. Another ball down the line, and I think we'll be seeing another offside flag. Yep. City very aggressive early. If they can just time these runs, maybe start from a deeper position. There have been poorer spots in the Bowleys back line to run into, but credit this back line. Their shape in terms of players staying on a line and catching the offside trap rail has been really well executed. This one's popped down the line. Uncomfortable moment, and it is sent out for a throw. Those are never fun moments for a defender with the ball slowly bouncing in front of you. You have to put your back to the field, and you know you've got an attacking player running onto it with lots of space between you and the goal. Tong opting to just live to fight another day. There's Allums. It won't quite get it out. Allums will keep this one alive under duress. Clever skill, and now JT Allums able to find his way out. That's excellent skill. Javon Dawkins now slaloming across the field, directing traffic. This one will be onside. And this is much better from City. Dawkins finding the perfect ball. And City may have an opportunity on the second look. Lovely little back heel. There's a player down off the ball, and Bowleys forced to send it over the end line for a corner kick. Excellent execution. Believe that was Wicks Roush with the back heel to set up a dangerous moment. Bowleys, I think they were looking for a header back to their number one. Joseph Peloquin with the header definitely didn't get close enough. Now a set piece in an important moment. City will commit almost all their bodies around the 18. So whipped left-footed ball across. Oh, what a save initially from Peloquin. Oh, it's off the line, and somehow it has stayed out. We'll come back and look at this in a moment, but Incredibly, this ball has stayed out. It was a beautiful service. But somehow Bowleys and the post able to keep it out. Here's a service. Great ball in. The timing was perfect, but Joseph Peloquin is off his line. Here's a look back at the service. It's a great save from Peloquin. There was a clearance from the defender who got a touch to it. And then, of course, happy to have the post as your friend as well. Looks like there's a player slow to get back on his feet, but everyone will continue. And we're going to have a drop ball for Bowleys' athletic benefit. Number 13, for which team? Is that Jermaine DaCosta, or are we talking about number 13 for Bowleys, which is Reese Therak? Correct me, if you give me a phonetic spelling, I will greatly appreciate it. Reese Therak? Reese Therak? There's a big ball upfield. It's not fully dealt with. And Bowleys will have a throw on the far side. Moyumba got a foot to it, but couldn't get all the way behind this one. Looks like we have a switch here in the early stages for Bowleys Athletic. It's Kian O'Hara stepping on to provide some offensive firepower. T. Ralph, I'll take that. I can do that. So throw sent early down the line for Bowleys. No clear recipient in mind. O'Hara will give chase. And finally picked up by this Bowleys side. Attila dispossessed. Now City have bodies forward. Can they find a way down the line or at least switch the point of attack? Allums will give chase, but never really had a chance to catch up to this one. Bit over smashed. And now it will be a Bowleys throw just inside their own half. This is sent in the direction of Taiwo. And all the way back now to Lucas Mueller, who smartly will just send it forward. Second ball still up for grabs. And again, right back to the safe feet of Lucas Mueller. Big ball across midfield. Bowleys first to it, and they have an overwhelming number of players in that midfield pocket. This big Baltimore City back line really has been dominant physically and has been smart in how they get their bodies in front of the ball. It's going to take a little something different from Bowleys. Time and again, they have been outmatched when running shoulder to shoulder. This is a lovely little turn. And well slowed down at the very least. City will continue. And now sent across by Allums at back post. Great look from DaCosta, who got a strong foot behind it. Couldn't quite direct it on frame. Good work from Dawkins and Allums. And here's a look back on that replay. And it was Dawkins descended across. Final recipient, DaCosta. And the final result is just going to be a goal kick for Bowleys Athletic. There's a hard challenge on the far side, and it looks like our first card of the match. Costa is the one to go in the book. If you just missed it, that's number 13 for Baltimore City FC. Costa, who has picked up a yellow card here in the 17th minute. T. Ralph has come off for Bowleys Athletic. It's popped up in the air. And still volleyballing back and forth. Nervy moment in City, very much in. Here comes the chance. What a save! Incredible stop from point blank from Joseph Peloquin to deny Dawkins. And now the counterattack sent a little bit over the top. Incredible kick save. Austin Hyde, step aside. There's competition here in the Bowleys goalkeeping camp. In all seriousness, this is a goalkeeper who has already impressed. I had suspicions. For any goalkeeper to step into this side and earn the respect of the team, you got to be serious. With the big shoes of Austin Hyde to fill. And that is a pivotal moment in this match to deny City the momentum that they were so close to capturing. 2 moments now where City have come inches away from finding the back of the net. The first off a corner kick, denied by Peloquin and his defender, as well as the post. Now a 1v1, the kick save and a butte. Welcome, Madeline. Tuned in all the way from South Georgia. We got Italy, we got Georgia in the house. We're just missing our random Aussies from Sydney, Australia. I'm sure he'll tune in at some point. Here's a big ball over the top. Allums will chase. And it's well marshaled initially. A foul coming out, going against Allums. Credit Ethan Sevison for getting his body in front of the ball. Good officiating to settle down the tempers. There's going to be plenty of time throughout the later portions of this match for the heat of the game to escalate. Don't need to start that escalation just yet for fear of any kind of cards or even dismissals. It's always great to see management before issuing too many cards. There's Taiwo bouncing it back out to Sevison. Sevison, it was a spicy ball. He was unable to keep it alive. Now City have an opportunity with the throw on the near touch. This one's blocked initially. And Shine going to work here on the near side. Patient approach from City. They've switched it, but now will come under some pressure. Big ball in the direction of DaCosta. Look at that move from DaCosta. He's still working and now has given away a foul. It was a good battle. I think if it's not for the grab, the jockeying with shoulder to shoulder is all fine and good. I think our center official, Gutierrez, may have seen an extended grab. I can't speak on his behalf. But it is going to be a Bowleys set piece sent up to the midfield. There's a good physical challenge. City now on the front foot. DaCosta looking in the direction of Shine. It's repelled initially. And now City will have to recycle this one. Good ball back. And this City side will continue to try to send in a little tic-tac-toe connection, and eventually Bowleys able to answer. Welcome, Mr. Pinsky, all the way from Vermont. Appreciate the kind words. Yeah, it's playoff time. I mean, during the season, we do our best to get all matches live streamed. It's not possible always to commit the resources, commentary, and multiple personnel that we do here in the playoffs, but it's playoff time. We're going to make sure these games get the coverage and exposure that they deserve. It's an honor to be here and happy to have you with us. Here's a big ball from City. Second ball, not really what the second man had in mind, but Baltimore City will continue. Here is Javon Dawkins. Ball ricochets up, and it's a set piece for City. The hand came off of Justin Harrell. And now Baltimore City have bodies upfield. This is outside what you'd consider shooting range, especially with the form that Joseph Peloquin has been in today. But it's a great opportunity to try to find a recipient, especially one of these tall players. Forcing Bowleys to charge with their backs to the ball and facing their own goal. Not a fun and enviable task. It's not a great service. Ooh, somehow it's going in. Goal. Unfortunate moment. Did this take a deflection? It was a touch from Peloquin. Somehow it's gone in. We will take a look back on the replay. Peloquin seemed confused. It was flicked in. Oh, man, that's unfortunate for a goalkeeper who's done so well, sung his praises time and again. Just one of those moments. Maybe the ball had a tough spin on it from that flick. It didn't look like the greatest service, but maybe that's how Baltimore City drew it up, looking for the near flick. They certainly found it. And now Baltimore City have gone ahead here in this semifinal. They have been the team creating the lion's share of chances and possession. Maybe two balls that you would have expected them to score on did not go in, and this one probably not one that you'd expect to have found the back of the net. Has gone in. That's just the way this game goes sometimes. That is one of the stranger goals that you're going to see. I'd really like to see that from the goalkeeper's perspective. I agree, Andrew. Actually, it's almost definitely a strange spin that Peloquin did not expect from that flick on touch. And now Bowleys will have to play at a deficit. I got to see who the goal scorer was. It didn't even strike my mind that it could be a goal when the set piece came in. Now we'll look back and see who it is. For now, it's City looking down the line. Allen's still on the ball. Here comes Javon Dawkins slowing things down. It might have even been an own goal. Oh no. Looking one more time. Here's a big ball. Big clearance from Bowleys. And now City down the far side. Slaloming run. Is there a final product? A return pass from Shine is a good one. And it's into the side netting just wide. Goal kick to follow. Take a look back on the replay. Great connection. And the return pass from Shine. Point blank strike, but Pelequin got his angles right and the final effort into the side netting. Let's give credit where credit is due. The goal for Baltimore City was off the foot of Wicks Roush. To his credit, stuck a foot out and redirected the ball with crazy spin. I don't think he necessarily expected to score, but sometimes you put the ball on frame and good things happen, and that's a fine example of putting your name in the hat. Wicks Roush with the lone goal today for Baltimore City FC. Bowleys now at a deficit. We'll see if they can wake up and start generating more chances. It's been all Baltimore City for much of this half. It's a great run down the half. Taiwo got a foot into it. And now Taiwo to create. It's to, I believe, Harrell. A big run down the sideline. As well sniffed out by Allums. He's got help. Sent in the direction of Tiem Kui. And Muller will redirect it out to the far side. Big ball over the top. That's certainly onside. Run came from deep. Goalkeeper off the line. It's going to require an intervention. No, it did go just wide. That's a big ball. And we'll take a look back on this replay. City just that close to notching a second off the foot of Cole. He got the height perfectly right. The touch seemed to be executed to perfection, but maybe just a foot wide of this post. And Bowleys breathed a huge sigh of relief. There's a service into the midfield, and City will go back in order to start another attack. Muller looking to start things off. Second ball falls kindly for Dawkins. He has run out of real estate on the near side. Will be a Bowleys throw. Allum sends it forward. Now Zawinski, to get out of trouble, has found his goalkeeper, and Bowleys will switch the point of attack in the direction of Taiwo, but City quickest to it. Can they get a square ball across? It's directed towards goal. Good save from Pelequin, but the angle always against Baltimore City. Consolation prize of a corner kick. Set piece to come here in the 30th minute. City continue to dominate their pressure in this game, showing why they were the winners of their respective division. But there is still time. Bowleys need to find a way to start taking some pressure off their back line and generating, if not some strikes on goal, at least some hold-up play to at least get the ball into City half. And Lucas Muller has been far and away the less busy of the two goalkeepers, but he's been great whenever called upon. Looks like we are going to have another whipped ball in. The last few have created issues. Another service sent low and towards goal. It ricochets, and finally Taiwo, a no-nonsense clearance up and out. Looks like we are going to have our first water break of the match for the hot conditions down there on the turf. Baltimore City found their way through to goal with a clever little touch off the foot of Wicks Roush. City have created at least 2 other top-notch chances with a few half chances from a narrow angle. Joseph Pelequin have made some big stops in this half that he perhaps was not expected to make. Unfortunate on the lone goal, a bounce that wrong-footed him. Now we have 3/4 of the match to play. Maybe 2/3 of the match to play, as we're already through the 31st minute into the 32nd. Take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this water break in 30 seconds. Well, hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Water break finished. We are back to first half here at Milford Mill for Super Soccer League Maryland Conference semifinals. If you're just joining us, Baltimore City found their way to goal with a Wicks Roush touched, redirected off of Javon Dawkins' set piece. Washington getting a touch and sending it back. City still on the ball. It's flicked up in the direction of Washington and Shine and Golasso. Beautiful touch. The assist deserves as much credit as the goal, although both were spectacular. I believe the final touch did come from Washington, served up by Kolesnik. Or was it? No, not Kolesnik. Let me see. I believe that's Javon Dawkins with the assists. So he's got 2 assists. And now 2 goals to the good for Baltimore City FC. This one a bit more traditional than the first. But I always say you don't care how they find the back of the net, just as long as they tickle the twine. Big ball up towards Taiwo. And now I think tactically Bowleys will start to consider how they want to approach this game. Perhaps it would be more beneficial to get to halftime, keep the score as is, and then let the coach do his thing. This is a vertical ball up. Washington, he'll send a square ball in the direction of Kolesnik. And out of the air it goes, well blocked. And a corner kick to come. Baltimore City firing on all cylinders at the moment. Great strike. There's a look back on the replay. To see the crew getting it right upon second conference. Now it's going to be a service in from the near side. I believe that was Pinsky who got that venomous strike deflected. And now Javon Dawkins into the penalty mark. Bowleys first to it. Second ball falls kindly for City. Johnson just about ran out of real estate out there. And now will be a throw for Bowleys as we move on to the 37th minute. Another switch for Bowleys. A couple players bringing fresh legs into the mix. O'Hara and Justin Harrell off. Good patient City. Lovely build-up play. It's down the line. Is there a service that can be worked with? It's headed across and off the line. That was heroic defending. I believe Samuel Adams got that touch, certainly earning his armband today. And it will be a corner kick. Let's look at this clearance off the line. Great ball across, but Adams, Johnny on the spot. That was sent over by Cole. Almost found a goal. I think he was looking for a second player to run onto it, but he almost found the back of the net himself with that header. I believe this is Allums with the service on that far corner spot. Sent low and easy clearance for Bowleys. City immediately able to sniff this one out, and they'll utilize Mueller as the safety outlet pass. Good challenge. And that is going to be a late one going against Adams. Slaloming run, drawing the foul, and now City have a set piece in a central area. We'll see a couple of switches made. It was Mayomba with the slaloming run to draw the foul from Adams. Couple players discussing how to best approach this one. Cole will be the one to stand over top. Oliver whispering his direction. And now the strike from Cole into the wall. Second ball picked up by Pinsky. And I'll send it out wide. Now the pressure is here from Bowleys. City's able to deal with that pressure well. Great service from Cole. Flag stays down, and it has drawn the intervention of Sam Adams. But Baltimore City still on the ball. It's been a dominant half as far as City are concerned. They have found the goal and maybe looking for a second. Great block save from Peliquin. Chance not gone. And the final touch, not exactly what the doctor ordered, but still a good look. Good spread save from Peliquin, who had to see this one late through traffic. Into the midfield, a good little turn upfield. And Kui will give chase. It's really well dealt with. And now back to Muller, who will try to find an early ball out. Washington with a touch, and now had to go through the man in order to get to the ball. We're going to have a set piece for Bowleys Athletic. Big service, top of the 18. Coming together between players, certainly there is an appeal for something more, but onwards we play. And Bowleys will recycle this one. It's going to be a throw for Baltimore City FC. And the player who suffered the worst of that contact, Garrett Winchilla, will come off. Looks like he wanted to stay on, true warrior, but sometimes as a coach, you want to play it safe and make sure that players take a moment. In the moment, it certainly can be tough to assess how injured you really are with adrenaline and spirit of competition flowing through you. This is across midfield. And a good patient approach. I think I said the score is 1-0 a moment ago. That is obviously incorrect. 2-0. Here comes Washington in. Great save from Peliquin. Second effort. Sits down the goalkeeper. Must score. Oh, golazo. Good patient approach from Baltimore City. Back of the net, it's Kolesnik, the goal scorer. This is one that he had to take good care with. There were at least 3 defenders in front of him, Sergei Kolesnik, but he was not to be denied. Take a look back. Yeah, you want to find a way to get enough pace on it, but time and again, you see players just with way too much adrenaline in those moments and sky the ball. I think I saw that twice in the last night's USL 2 contest, Bethesda Loudon. But good composure from Sergei Kolesnik to realize that there was no goalkeeper. The players who were there couldn't use their hands, so you just got to put it in an area that's just outside where they can stretch out with the feet. Can't use their hands, of course, and now the pressure from Baltimore City paying dividends. 3-0 is your score here from Windsor Mill, Maryland. Dream start for Baltimore City. And certainly the Bowleys bench looking deflated. They'd love to just get into this half at the moment. It's a foul just outside of the city, the Bowleys 18. There was some frustration mounting too. The Bowleys defender kicked it away. Here's a look back on the replay as we queue up this set piece. Yeah, just 3 defenders around Kolesnik. Hard to see who got the illegal challenge, but it's not hard to imagine. There's 3 players just stabbing feet in to try to get to the ball. It looks like Kolesnik's back on his feet. Baltimore City looking primed to return to the Super League Maryland Championship Finals, but still have a whole half to play. They'd love to leave no doubt with the fourth here. This is Moyumbo to stand over the ball. It's over the wall. Great save from Peluquin, able to hang on the second effort. Now down the line go Bowleys. And sent in behind, trying to force a mistake from City. And it looks like they have been good enough at the back. The pressure's still there. It's sent to the near side for Sanusi. And that's a spicy ball all the way back to Muller. Muller showing off his field player skills. That's really confident from Muller to take this bouncing ball with venom in stride and then find an outlet pass out. Bowleys now an opportunity to start the attack. They'll loft it in the direction of Taiwo, but I think there was just miscommunication between Kui and Taiwo in terms of who was going to get this one and who was going to be the player running off of the flick. In the end, neither able to get to the ball. Welcome, Chris Gardner. Says, let's go City. Second half. Or rather, halftime is nigh upon us. Let's see if there's one final chance for either seed right now. It's City driving forward. It's over the top. Kolesnik is running onto it. Here comes Sergei Kolesnik. It's a botched clearance, and now reinforcements have arrived. It's still not fully dealt with and sent out. City players just streaking to every ball. They have created their own fortunes. When you work hard, sometimes it just looks like the bounces are going your way. In the end, Costa Leola had to just send it over the far touch. Imagine we'll be getting a halftime whistle any moment here in the near future. There's a chance. It's deflected up. Ooh, Kolesnik with the overhead, 2 whiffed overhead kicks. Final effort, and it's just wide. And that will do it for your halftime whistle. Let's take a look back on this final replay before we send you into the half. Baltimore City firing on all cylinders. They even going for the audacious. Didn't quite come off this time, but 3 goals, I think, is going to be a performance that they will be ecstatic with. For Bowleys, it's back to the drawing board. Let's see what this coaching staff and leadership can cook up to try to change the dynamics of this Super League semifinal. Otherwise, their season will be wrapping up here in the Super League action, and City would go on to the championship final. I'm Noah Walker with DMV Sports Media. Don't forget, we've got a whole slate of matches on today. At 3:15 will be Steel Pulse and Frederick Kings for the other semifinal. Winner of that game will play the winner of this. At 4:30 p.m. down in Virginia, we have the UPSL first round match playoffs between Richmond United and Arlington SA. Of course, we have 2 NPSL contests on the evening. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Rastosi and District Elite live from Mustang Stadium at, where's that one at? Oh, we'll come back to that. Mustang Stadium somewhere. And at 8 p.m., Virginia Dream will host FC Frederick at Meridian High School in Falls Church, Virginia. I'm Noah Walker with DMV Sports Media. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you after the break. Well, hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half is upon us here at Milford Mill in Windsor Mill, Maryland for the Super League Maryland semifinals. The first half was all Baltimore City FC, 3 unanswered goals. Now 45 minutes to potentially secure a spot, a return trip to the championship finals here in Maryland. Baltimore City will play left to right, wearing their yellow tops, black bottoms. Bowleys wearing their blue tops and black bottoms, playing right to left. Bowleys able to win the ball back to start the half, but the pressure from Baltimore City has paid dividends. Here is Dawkins slaloming through traffic. And good sportsmanship. Dawkins slightly late on the challenge, but helping his opponent up. That's what it's all about. Dawkins is a player we've seen in this league for quite some time. Has history with Steel Pulse many seasons ago. He, prior to that, was a Maryland Bobcat playing professionally and has found a home here in Baltimore City FC, a home where he has certainly excelled and has been a huge piece of this city side today, creating the first 2 goals from the assists. Other goal scorers today, Wicks-Rauch, Kolesnik, and I believe Washington. There's a counterattack sniffed out of this back line. We're still waiting for Bowleys to wake up. They have not looked themselves. City have just been too good, stifling every time Bowleys try to start any kind of attack. It is going to be a Bowleys throw. We'll see how they elect to approach this sequence. Certainly some notable omissions. A couple names we haven't seen from Bowleys, or rather haven't seen as many of the Super League matches up here in Maryland this season. Here's a big ball over the top in the direction of Shine. Flag stays down. Shine over to Wicks-Rauch. The final effort just popped up and over. Great connection, though, to set up this play. Here's a look back at the ball from, I believe, DaCosta. Then Shine and Wicks-Rauch in search of his second. Ended up skying it. So sent out wide by Adams. Bowleys will try to send one down the line. The target was Carter. This is still pressured by Kui, and the final shot, well, gobbled up by Mueller, who has been the less busy of the two, but has been excellent when called on. Here's a big ball upfield from Mueller. Jordan Wicks-Rauch with the clever touchdown, and now it's DaCosta. There'll be a throw here on the near side. Winchilla sending it inside. Dawkins will continue. Here's the service in. DaCosta will shoot. It's well saved by Peluquin. And City will pick up the scraps and continue this attack. Griscombe. Bounce it right back and out wide. Here comes a little bit more pressure from Ayon Fuentes. Dawkins now. Clever ball across. That's a lovely dummy now sent over by Dawkins. City need one final square ball. They'll elect to maintain possession. Probably the smart move with a 3-goal cushion. Here's a big ball across. And no final recipient, just a goal kick to come. So we're going to do a ball check. And just about every match at the amateur and semi-professional level, the ball does come into question at some point, or the ball goes missing. And now we've found our requisite questioning of the match ball, so we can move right on. Here's Bowleys on the far side. Big ball up through the middle in the direction of Sanusi. That he able to mop up at the expense of a throw. Well controlled. Now Allum's looking down the line. Shine was the intended target, but this ball not quite kept alive. If you're just joining us, this is Super Soccer League Maryland semifinals. Second half action here from Windsor Mill, Maryland. Bowleys trailing by score of 3-0. Baltimore City have been dominant thus far. They are under some pressure right now, and DaCosta has helped relieve some of that pressure. That's a bad challenge, and it is going to come back, and we're going to check on both players. Wicks Roush had the wherewithal to try to send a ball in. There's 2 players down. I think on the back end there may be some sort of card. Yeah, let's take a look at this replay. Yeah, certainly a foul, potentially more. Camden Jones, the guilty party, he's back on his feet. I believe that was Costa, player who took the worst of that for City. And we are ready to get back underway. And we're back underway. Good to see both players back on their feet and able to continue. City have plenty of players up pitch. Instead, we'll take advantage of the pockets of space a little bit deeper. A little bit too long on the ball, and now City will send it down the line. Good challenge from Sevison. And the City taking their time. They've got a couple of options. Allums is there, but will run out of space. Just a little heavy on the final touch. And goal kick to come. Peliquin will elect to play this one short. Down the line, well blanked. From Winchilla. Winchilla squaring it to the back post. No recipients to be found. That's the right look, though, from Garrett Winchilla. But he didn't get the run from his colleague that he was looking for. And it looks like Winchilla may have to get some medical attention. Just pulled up at the end of that run. We hope that he's all right. Good to see Winchilla back to his feet with under his own power, and I think would be shocked to see any other outcome other than him coming off for a sub. It looks like a player has come on in his stead, and Winchilla will get the treatment and the rest that he needs. Brumsky as the player on. Here's City. Big ball across, no recipient on the backside. Back underway. Bowleys looking to find a way out of their own area. Adams has done well to win this one back, but the pressure's still there. Out to Jones. And just as quickly won as it is a loss. City back on the ball. Brumsky will send it back inside. And everyone will get their touches. There's Muller to create some depth. And at this point, City just inviting pressure onto themselves. It's all well and good as long as they're comfortable playing out. I think they'd seen enough, finally just sent away for fear of any missteps in the back. Good defensive intervention from Mayumba, and now Muller will just loft it down the line. Great connection, a touch from DaCosta. The thing of beauty, there's a couple of looks, but instead it's a big ball down the line. Offside flag had gone. And it's going to be a set piece for Bowleys. Yeah, tough to see from our angle. Certainly very close. Great look, though, from Javon Dawkins, a player who engineered that opportunity. Now sent all the way across. Bowleys unable to string together more than 4 or 5 passes, and City taking full advantage. Griscombe has acres of space. He'll take it on, but well blocked in front of goal, and now City will recycle this one along their back line. There's Itong. And there are options up top, but Baltimore City smartly just moving it around. Now it's the ball that could find the back of the net. It's partially blocked. Oh, and the final touch. has gone in. That's a great goal from City, touched home by DaCosta. And let's take a look back on this replay. It's a perfectly touched ball. And in. Zoom in on them. 4-0 is your score. Here in the 61st minute. City continuing right where they left off in that first half. I believe this is Allums who served up the assist. Bowleys, not their finest day, but Baltimore City very much looking like a championship-capable team. Great look from Allums, the final touch. From DaCosta. Hard to imagine any route to a comeback at this stage for Bowleys, but onwards we play in the world of sports. You never say never. About just under 30 minutes left to play. This is lofted into the wide area. Mayumba will try his ball up top. His teammates had a good time with that one, but maybe not the look that Mayumba had in mind. Instead, Bowleys will take over. And a ball. And a set piece for the benefit of City. There's the square ball into the waiting arms of Peloquin. Bowleys working along this back line. But as soon as they get into City territory, it just seems like that is where the fairy dust wears off and all cohesion breaks apart. City have done a great job sniffing out any would-be chances. Scone will touch this one back. Welcome, Random Aussie, right on cue. Hold that thought. This is a direct ball, well shielded over the end line. Random Aussie tuning in all the way from Sydney, Australia. One of our most loyal viewers. So now we got Italy, Australia, South Georgia, Vermont, all represented in the chat. Welcome to all. Thanks for joining us for Super Soccer League semifinals production here in Maryland. Baltimore City FC will bring in a wave of reinforcements here in the 64th minute. Bowleys will answer with a switch of their own. Adams. Now back to Peloquin. Bowleys just don't look like they really have an idea how they'll even go at this City back line. They really haven't had much success today in creating chances. This is a better look. Taiwo down the line. He'll show off his acceleration now. A big ball up. Proemski was there to answer the call. And now we will have a throw coming on. Substitute for Bowleys. There's a forceful clearance. Bowleys will reset. They have plenty of bodies back, but can they create something? It's down the line, slips under the foot of their intended target. Noah Piatila did find himself upfield, but ultimately unable to hang on, and that is part of what Bowleys have been looking for. Just some hold-up play, allow their wingers, allow their midfielders to get involved up the field and create some possession in the opponent's half. It just hasn't been their day. Baltimore City, huge testament to their players and coaching staff who have just made it so difficult to play against this formation. Now sent down the line. That's a great little turn from Washington, but Taiwo with the strength to intervene. It's a partial clearance, and Washington will take over. He's got support. And now down the line it goes. Square ball blocked. Good ball across, engineered by Cole. Here's a second look. Cole's ball blocked. He's got support from Mayumba. Finally, Bowleys looking down the line. A return from Piatila. And finally, the attack peters out. Throw is the result for the benefit of Baltimore City FC. Over 20 minutes left to play here in this Super League semifinal. Looks like we have a switch coming for City as Alum's off. We'll get you his replacement as soon as it's available. It's a game of ping pong. Looks like Alex Shine is the City player who's gone on. Good intervention from Mayumbo, now sent in behind. Good battle, Shine. Pensky will go all the way back in order to get a better look and patient possession. Game of keep away at this stage. The match is very much looking like a done deal. It's over the top. Fellow Queen able to gather. And so at this point, for City, the possession almost as valuable as goals. Just got to play a little game of keep away. For Bowleys, it's time to shake something up. I mean, they really haven't found much success. I'd love to see them just gamble with a different look. Maybe that's trying more balls upfield. Maybe that's sending more players upfield. But it was just looked really flat today. There is no goal differential to look after. No more matches in the season. It's win or go home. So hopefully we'll see some more gambling and chances taken for Bowleys. Make this match a little interesting. Well sniffed out by Pinsky, and now City are forward. And finally, counterattack is on for Bowleys. Their final target was Key. Has won a throw for his troubles. Just a reminder, this is semifinal 1 of 2 today at 3:15. We'll have Steel Pulse Frederick Kings live on the channel. Winner of that match will play the winner of this one. At this point, very much looking like Baltimore City would be the team you wouldn't want to bet against. It would be a return trip to the final for them. Of course, their opponent last season was Steel Pulse. Pulse likely the favorite as far as the Vegas books go in the other semifinal, but this is Frederick King's first season in Super League Division 1, so kind of an unknown entity. We'll see what they can provide come playoff time. I should qualify that statement. They're not totally unknown entity. They have played a whole regular season and have earned a playoff spot, so obviously they belong here. Down the line goes O'Hara. His ball taken away. It's Proemski with the challenge. Now Washington looking to send one through for Kolesnik. As well cut out by this back line. Kreider back to Costagliola. And now across midfield. Bowleys engineering a little bit more space. Can they get it to O'Hara? It's a lovely ball, which will send Proemski on his horse. O'Hara now with the square ball. Ooh, that's the best chance we've seen in a long time for Bowleys. It looks like Mueller may have mishandled it, but able to hold on in the end. Over to Itong. He's immediately under pressure, but has the outlet pass of Proemski. And now Taiwo. Great intervention to win it back. Slaloming run down the line. He has O'Hara, but no second act upfield. On the end of it, the intended target was Nathan Sevison, but just ran out of space and couldn't catch to this ball. City with another switch. Set piece in the central area for Bowleys. Looks like Sam Adams will take. And he'll send it on the ground. Taiwo from distance. Just pulled this one. Didn't really get the venom or the connection that he would have liked. And we are going to take a final water break here. Moving on to the 76th minute. Just under 15 left to play. And of course, we'll be right back with you with the final 15 minutes here on DMV Sports Media. Thanks for joining. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. Well, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Final act of this match is now. We'd call it the grand finale, although it looks like we're into the denouement, as literature fans would call it. It's kind of the falling action because City have already scored 4. Bowleys have yet to score. Just 14 minutes left of regulation, and with the current trajectory of the game, you just would find it hard to think of any other result than a Bowleys win. City, though, they still have goals in their eyes. This is Kolesnik towards the end line. Taiwo still working hard and has won, or rather sent it over the end line. Good challenge from Taiwo. Corner one from Kolesnik. Be a corner from this near side. Alex Shine player over the ball. And it's deflected, but not into Freedom. City still on the front foot. And Fuentes will collect. He'll go back to his own end line. There is a hard challenge, and it is going to be a set piece for Baltimore City FC. The guilty party is Tim Kui. It looks like they're going to come all the way back to where the challenge started. So just about 23, 24 yards from goal, slightly off center, but certainly in a hittable range. We'll let you know who's going to stand over this one. It does look like Oliver has the strongest case at the moment, although he'll make way. The hit from Shine into a good area. Great service and well saved from Peliquin. Now the counterattack is very much on. I believe that was Harrell. And now Kui sending it forward for one final effort. Great challenge from Poremski. And City have withstood that storm. And it looks like, yeah, that is just a little late, a little early on the run, late on the service. Certainly the right call. Kolesnik very close to being in on goal yet again. It was bang, bang, but Kolesnik had just slid between the two defenders right before the ball was sent in his direction. And now Bowleys will take over. Carter going to work and trying to engineer something that Bowleys can hang their hat on. On the end, no recipient. Taiwo still chasing it down. Pinsky able to get out of trouble, and now all the way back to Mueller off Etong's foot. Calculated, measured approach from City. A great hold-up play from Kolesnik, who's dropped deeper to help out. Now a vertical ball up top. It's well dealt with from Peliquin. And Bowleys will continue. Big ball down the line. Adams is there to intervene, and Adams now looking to start the attack. Good challenge from Muyomba. He has given up the ball, and now down the line goes Kui. It's the service in, and an offside flag has gone. One of the better looks from Bowleys this half, but it wasn't to be. They will have fresh replacements coming on. It looks like Harrell, O'Hara, and Giovanni Costagliola are off. This is Sanusi. A few others who are on. Washington working down the line. Taiwo has one. Now, final touch off of Taiwo's foot over the end line, corner to come. Taiwo has been a bright spot, working hard up and down the pitch for Bowleys, but just hasn't had a lot to run onto on the offensive side of the ball. There's the service into a great area. Bowleys have done well enough. Lee providing width down the line. He's cut back inside. The final service is a good one. Is there a square ball? No. Just a little too heavy-footed for Ian Fuentes to catch up to, and now City will have yet another goal kick. For all the City fans out there, if this result holds true for the next 3 minutes and change, finals would take place next Sunday, 1 p.m. here at Milford Mill against the winner of Steel Pulse and Frederick Kings. Congratulations on Baltimore City for winning their district, or rather their division during the regular season, and now potentially making a finals appearance. Bowleys able to run this one down. Taiwo with an early ball across the direction of Kui. There's a foul inside of City territory. We'll see Bowleys back on their back foot. Reminder, in addition to the Super League semifinal at 3:15, we also have UPSL playoffs down in Virginia from Thomas Jefferson High School. We have Arlington SA hosting Richmond United with Josh Campbell of our DMV Sports Media crew and Tyler Lochte of the Big Ten Network on the call. We have 2 NPSL matches this evening. At 7 p.m., Ristosi hosts District Elite at Stevenson University. At 8 p.m., Virginia Dream will host FC Frederick down at Meridian High School in Falls Church, Virginia. Hold that thought. There's a ball sent in towards Kolesnik. Peloquin gambles. It's sent in and up and over. And what a service. Great intervention from Peloquin. The weight of this ball wasn't bad, but a little bit overcooked and over the open net. Sanusi will drive down the line. Now Eon Fuentes. This one deflects up and out for the benefit of City. Part of this same Super Cup playoff circuit. We will have the Virginia finals tomorrow, Monday evening at 8:30, live from Reston, Virginia, with Tyler Lackey on the call. Thanks to our camera man and broadcast controller, Donovan W., on the broadcast today. I'm Noah Walker with DMV Sports Media. We will see you on the next one. 3:15, Steel Pulse hosting FC Frederick in the semifinals. Congratulations to Baltimore City FC, who will advance to a repeat finals next Sunday. We'll see you live on the channel or come out to Milford Mill. The finals will be 1 p.m. And stick around to see who their opponent will be. Enjoy the rest of the World Cup matches this week, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for joining.